Right, let's just see if this one's working. No idea. But it does show a thumbnail, so that's good. It looks like this one actually might be bloody working. Now unavailable. Why is it unfucking available? It's just showing as unavailable. Why is it unfucking available? It's just showing as unavailable. Why is it unfucking available? It's just showing as unavailable. Why is it unfucking available? It is working. It's just showing as unavailable. Why is it unfucking available? Is it working for other people? Because I can't actually. It won't let me see this for some weird reason. Yeah, okay, so it's working. Great. Great. So I had a bit of a problems because YouTube's a bit of a bastard and doesn't like to work most of the time. But anyway, yeah, B&M discussions. If I can, I'm gonna try and get people in a call. Actually, what I'll do is I'm gonna create a new group in Hangouts. Doobie doobie. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. There we go, group. Right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is for people who like talk and that about the B&M sex, because I've got a few things to say about upcoming ones. I'll actually do that. I'm actually going to try and... How's this call going now? But what I'm going to do is try and get people on, try and get this stream. Yeah, for the 8 sets, I'm still waiting on my B&Ms getting the Songtaran sets. So both of them, the Songtaran set and the Two Doctors set. So I'm waiting upon them. But other than that, should be good. Hello, Reese.
Hello.
I am live. Yeah. So, if you could join the call on Hangouts. So yeah, so ideas for I guess some kind of okay. So basically what I'm going to say first up is that for those who are unaware, I should move the microphone so it's closer. So for those who are unaware, B&M character apparently have gotten the rights to the Dalek movie Daleks. Yeah. So that's good. So hopefully next year, and since we know obviously they can do new sculpts for B&M sets, I'm hoping that means we'll get some B&M sets next year. I know I think it's Al DeWare, said he was thinking about doing 3 packs for Dalek sets, if there were to do any. Personally, I think it would be better to do 4 packs, because then you could do all the Daleks from Dalek's Invasion of Earth, all full colours. And as for the first Dalek film, well, you could have Stu's standard blue and silver ones, just have one with a clone, one with a plunger. And, then Bob's your uncle. Yeah. Reese said you were coming on the chat and you haven't. You liar. Settings. Also, if anyone wants to come on, hang on, 'cause I'm just pasting a link right now. Hello, Reese.
0734.
Okay. So if anyone uses that link, can go on Hangouts, and well, basically what I'll do is I'll start a video call. And I'll invite people there. No? Okay, so basically I've started a call in there, and actually okay. So yeah, so anyone who wants to come and chat, then how many B&M Big Finish sets do you have, or did I put on eBay? I haven't put any on eBay. In terms of the Big Finish sets, I've got actually, yeah, join that Hangouts link, people, and then you can come on the call and then talk. But in terms of the B&M sets, I have got the Big Finish version of the 3 Dalek sets. So I've got the Big Finish exclusive versions. They're all sealed, and I've got the regular B&M versions. That's how many I've got as of yet. I'll probably get another 8th Doctor one to army build. And that, you know, I'll probably leave out on most of them because, to be honest, the Dalek sets aren't my favourites out of them. I do like them, and it's just weird for me because I do love Daleks. But it must be hard for you not selling them double the price. Not really. If you remember in the past when I've said this, because this is the misconception people have, I do not have a fucking factory full of P&M sets that I just sell on eBay. You know, I have sold on eBay before, sets and that, and the reason I've done that in the past, which is the one and only reason, is basically because I needed the money in order to pay for the sets that I was getting. So that's why I sold, you know, 1 or 2 on eBay in the past. You can actually check my eBay selling history as a seller if you find it. So yeah. Other than that, I've got obviously both TARDIS sets. And actually, speaking of TARDIS sets, I found by accident a good way of getting rid of the sort of sticky feeling of them, you know, where the thick weathering's on there. And this is because I was trying to solve the issue with mine where the battery door wasn't quite glued in properly. I still haven't managed to fix that, but my friend Reese basically said, why not put it in the freezer? And I did put it in the freezer. Unfortunately, it didn't do anything about that, but it did actually make it really easy to wipe off with a piece of kitchen roll after being in the freezer for about 10 hours to rub off the excess weathering because they just put far too much on there. And that has actually solved the stickiness to it. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can hear this, the door really does squeak. And I think that, and it's something to do with the plastic, it's not the spring in it. If it was the spring, then WD-40 would solve that. So, yay, so that. Why have I got 2 of these open? There we go. There we go, that should get rid of our on it. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll paste the link in again. If anyone wants to come and talk to me right now, Basically, I'm putting a Google Hangouts link where you can join a call and talk to me, and you can even talk to me live on air if you want. So yeah. Just answering the question. My B&M does not have them yet. Yeah. Basically, I mean, my B&M doesn't have all of them yet either, but it is getting deliveries in, and basically they've said that pretty much all the B&Ms will probably have them in by the end of the week. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone. It just depends on what area you're in. So, it can, for example, I've rang. This would probably mean nothing to 99.9% of use, but I rang B&Ms from Ashington to St James and Kingston Park, as well as North and South Shields, and basically all of them within the North East generally all get them in at the same time. So, to be honest, if one B&M in your area doesn't have them in yet, they usually all get them in at the same time, and it's always the larger B&Ms that get them in first, or if not, they'll get more of the stock in. Reese, that is you, Reese. Reese, come on the call, Reese. Come on the call and let's have a discussion. Because there's something I really wanted. Oh, you're also from Scotland, Aslan. So yeah, something I particularly wanted for next year is if they're going to continue doing Big Finish Dalek sets, then to be honest, something I would like. It's not a Dalek, but be a nice, easy variant for a figure that a lot of people would want to have, and that is the Emperor Davros. And basically, if you haven't listened to the Big Finish story Terra Firma, basically Davros appears in it with the 8th Doctor, so they could re-release a 8th Doctor from the 11 Doctors box set, and basically have a Davros. Now on the cover it looks like he's silver, so yeah, that would justify the Big Finish sort of repaint, if they were doing that, so that would be nice. If not, then I don't know. They could do various things with it, but that is something personally I would love to see. I think the biggest disappointment is obviously they're all new series Daleks. Next year, do classic ones, basically, and also don't have variants for the sake of having bloody variants. Because that is something in the past couple of years I've noticed that character options are just doing variants on figures, just for the sake of doing variants on figures. I'm just like, why? Why? I mean, for example, Steyr this year. Why have you changed it? It was fine before. It was perfectly fine, and Lynx as well. I mean, I actually watched the Sontaran Experiment last night, and you could probably get away with gunmetal grey, but not this silvery colour. It is just too light. I mean, that is just woefully inaccurate. As for, obviously we've got the Harry Sullivan head, so yeah, have a Harry figure, just a standard variant. There are two variants I could think of doing. You could do one in his sort of black uniform that he wears in Robot and in Terror of the Zygons, and then obviously it's his blue jacketed variant. I did notice, though this isn't true for all of his stories, but in the Sontaran Experiment, his blue jacket that he wears underneath the duffel coat is always done up. But it might be undone in possibly Terror of the Zygons, I can't remember. But that would be a nice variant. But I was thinking, a figure that I would really like to have is actually an early season 13 Baker figure, where it's basically his season 12 costume, but with the Pyramids of Mars cravat and waistcoat. There's a variant I've wanted to see for quite a long time, actually. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it's dead easy to do a costume on it. Yeah, Still would be nice to have an actual figure of it though. Just saying. Just saying. But a 3-pack, maybe if you did re-released the giant robot with Harry and the Fourth Doctor, that'd be a nice 3-pack. Because to be honest, how many people actually have that robot? Because I have it only because I never completed Wave 1. I only have it because I found it in a charity shop, and I think he was missing the fronts of his feet, but he came with a gun and that, so that is literally the only reason I have one. You can see as something that you'd really love a second Doctor set. Yeah, because there is obviously the talks of the Jamie figure getting a release. So you could have a second Doctor, Jamie, and I don't know, a Tomb Cyberman, because they re-released the Invasion one back in 2016 with the Monsters set. So perhaps an Invasion Cyberman with that. Or, you know, if they were feeling really adventurous, I wouldn't be put off in having a Wheeling Space Cyberman. Though obviously, yeah, I mean, never say never. You know, because now that they're slowly starting to build on the line again. That you know, maybe we might get it, and then we can say we've got all the classic Cybermen. As of yet, we've got kind of bugger all at the minute. So who knows? Yeah, and just to say again, I'm going to put the link in again because I'm just doing that to anyone who has just joined. But basically, if you click the link that I've just put on there, it'll take you to a Google Hangouts where you can come on a live call with me. Basically, just chat, essentially, and you can go on the slide screen with me as well. Because I know I have annoyed a lot of you, and I don't care. Because it's my life, my money. I'll do what I like with it. I'll buy as many B&M sets as I want. Essentially, because that's what they're there for. Just for people actually who are buying the Dalek sets, when I was looking in B&M, the initial first one I picked up of the 7th Doctor and Attack Strike Dalek, I think it is. Yeah, it is. Attack Strike Dalek. It was actually missing its plunger, which was weird. And apparently, I was speaking to my friend Wiz before. One of his friends actually was in B&M, and he found Dalek in the shop that didn't have its plunger there either. So yeah, a bit weird. So better be a bit hasty about the quality control here, because it is clear that they've kind of rushed these out a little bit. So might be better, you know, just holding off on them for a bit. So yeah, I'm trying to find. Please, will that stand? Yeah, well, okay. Maybe. I am trying to stand up my microphone because there is very little space to do so, but I think I've done it by resting it on my laptop because my desk is full of bits and bobs at the minute. So yeah. Also, I called the chat food B&M. If anyone's wondering, I don't know. I literally just called it food B&M. But yeah, if you just click on the video call button, it'll take you to the call, and then we can chat live. But other figures I'm thinking of, I don't know. Like, for example, one of the things I would really like is a re-release of the 5th Doctor TARDIS as the 6th Doctor's TARDIS, so without the mud, nice and clean from Trial of a Time Lord, and then you can basically have the Trial of a Time Lord 6th Doctor with the red cravat, I'm going to plug these earphones since no one's actually joining the chat. So yeah, you could have that variant. I wouldn't go amiss with having that variant because I would really like it. Although I know some people say, "Oh, it's not possible to do a Sixth Doctor for the B&M Sex. It's too, the coat is too complex." And maybe, but if they can do the Fourth Doctor's scarf and do a revised version of it like they've done this year and get that pattern done, then maybe. I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be worth a go at least. Yes, Reese. It was mentioned the Happiness Patrol is a possibility that Eldar has apparently mentioned possibly doing a Happiness Patrol where the TARDIS is pink. Be interesting, to be honest. I don't know how many more TARDIS variants though I'll be able to stomach because the Fifth Doctor's one was obviously the main one that we were missing from the line. Personally, I would like a re-release of the First Doctor's TARDIS, but a one that isn't from the pilot, so a more regular-looking one, maybe dirtied up or something. I see, or you could have it along with the Second Doctor. But I think I don't know how much longer they're going to milk the TARDIS X. Obviously, they're going to do more of them because they've obviously done a revised base this year. So yeah, we're going to have more. Essentially, but when, I don't know, maybe they might, who knows, they might do revised versions at the start of next year like they did this year with the Fourth Doctor regenerated in TARDIS set. I doubt it, because these have come out obviously later in the year. They've come out a month later than they normally do. It used to be that they'd be released around the 23rd, 24th of July, and now we're sitting here at the 27th of August, and they're still struggling to release all of them at all the B&Ms, so, yeah. So, Azang would like a release of the Celestial Toymaker and Candyman. Candyman, completely off the boards because, Bassett's, basically would have a field day with their lawyers if they did do that, so I don't think that's going to be on the table. And Celestial Toymaker, don't know. I mean, if they wanted to, they could, maybe. I'm just trying to think what parts they could really reuse, because that would have to be a completely new thing. I don't know. Something that obviously a lot of people have said is classic Sarah Jane, which won't be very hard actually, because to be honest, they could, since the hair on some releases, not all of them, on some releases of Sarah Jane, particularly the ones from the Sarah Jane Adventures figure releases, they could just redo the hair on that, and you could sort of get away with it, maybe, and then just have it with something else. I was actually watching The Ark in Space today, and I was thinking, could that be a figure? Though then probably Boots the Chemist would have a field day, because it literally, in Ark in Space, the costumes literally look like their work uniforms from staff from Boots the Chemist, so I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, more Dalek sets is always going to be nice. Dr. Dalek sets, all £20 each, and more Sonic screwdrivers. I'd really like the Sonic lipstick to get a re-release, because, to be honest, it's pretty expensive. I remember though, when I got my Sonic lipstick, I think it was back in 2008. I think it was, because I got it from Home Bargains, because they were selling them for 99p in Home Bargains, I think back in 2008, which is when I got mine, and I think my brother got one as well. And I started to think, how did we get from there to now? So that would be nice. It's really weird that they didn't re-release the 50th anniversary version of the 10th Doctor Sonic. I really don't know why they did did that, because when they announced it, it was just like, oh yeah, it's all the Sonics from the 50th anniversary, except, well, no, it's not. You've got the War Doctor. And you've got the 11th Doctor's non-extending shitty version, which, yeah, to be honest, I think probably they were thinking of a wave that they could do, and then they just had to shove that one in there. Because ever since Wave 2, that 11th Doctor's non-extending Sonic has been in every single Sonic Screwdriver wave since. And it was packaged with that Series 6 11th Doctor, which actually I thought was a smart move in trying to shove them off the shelves, because everyone who missed out on the Series 6 11th Doctor and the blue shirt and blue book time would have to, get that. But even that didn't sell, I remember that. I think that got reduced to like a tenner or $7.99 at one point. And I think some places, I think you can still easily find it if anyone's particularly wanting it. Yeah. Just read the comics. Do you think there will be another companion? It's either Sarah Jane or Jamie. Sarah Jane kind of makes sense, and Jamie, they're the two big possibilities. I think we've seen enough of Perry's, to be honest. I don't think we need to see any more Perry's. They could do a variant of Ace from Survival, where they repaint a t-shirt red, so they could do that, because they basically just repaint the Silver Nemesis figure. Other than that, I'm trying to think what other figures they could release. I don't know. I mean, obviously Sergei's the big one on that, and they've released pretty much all the variants of Leela they can do now. Yeah. Not really sure on what to do with that one. And do you think there will be a Sonic of the Dark Eyes Sonic? Probably not, is what I'm going to say. Probably not. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Dark Eyes Sonic to begin with, so it seems unlikely that they're going to do that. If they did, well, yeah, we'll probably pick it up and buy it, because it's a Sonic Screwdriver that isn't a silver shit dildo like the 13th. So yeah, I'll probably pick it up. And also something I didn't mention, that B&M never mentioned, and neither character. The Jodie Whittaker dolls are in B&M. The 10-inch ones, however, they're selling them for £20. £20! Who's going to buy them for that price? Literally, I've seen them reduced to like $7.99 and $6.99 at places like Forbidden Planet and Argos and that, because they literally can't sell them. And then obviously B&M has got a hold of them and is trying to sell them off at £20 each. Ooh. No, I don't think anyone's going to be buying them somehow. I don't think they're going to be high on anyone's lists. Especially now. I mean, I think everyone who wanted one of them, all 5 of them, have got them. So I think we can move on, essentially. Hamleys, they're £9. Yeah. I never bought one. I didn't buy the 5-inch figure either, even though that is reduced as well at the minute. I didn't buy that. I regret buying the Sonic Screwdriver. I didn't I bought it because I thought I'll give it a chance and see how it is. Plus I was on holiday and I thought I bet, buy a souvenir, so I was on holiday at Liverpool at the time when I got it. And yeah, I regret buying it immensely. Basically, as soon as I was done with the review on that, I basically I took the batteries out, put it back into its box, and I haven't a fucking clue where I've put it. And I don't care. I'll probably come across it someday when I'm looking for something else, but yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. Other Sonics that could be released or anything else. I don't know. I'm really hyped for classic, the classic Peter Cushing film Daleks, because I've really wanted some of them. I mean, I do. The thing is, though, I don't think anything will beat the Product Enterprise ones. Prove me wrong, character. Prove me wrong. But to be honest, I think the Product Enterprise 8-inch infrared movie Daleks from the first film, I think they're the most accurate Product Enterprise Daleks that there are, and especially the paint job. Because if you remember the Chase Guard Dalek, which is essentially a movie Dalek, but without its base and dome lights, it doesn't have the same sort of metallic finish and paint job that obviously the same kind that the props had, but the Product Enterprise ones do have that. They do literally look like miniature versions of the large full-size props. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say no to them regardless, but we'll just see. Do you ever think there will be a classic console playset? Oh. I'm slightly worried if Character did do a classic console room playset, that basically 90% of it would be made out of bloody cardboard. Yeah, because recent, the most recent playsets and that they did were all made of bloody cardboard, so I won't have high hopes, particularly, to be honest. I won't. Saying that, I mean, if the console was, fully plastic and actually the centre column rotated and moved up and down, then, just like the Dapol one, but hopefully with sound effects, and just the walls and the floor were cardboard, then I'd be okay with that, as long as the price reflected that. If it was, say, I don't know, £20, £25, then I'd be okay at that price for something like that. But if it was like a fully fledged, £40 and you get a plastic console that's non-electronic and you get bloody cardboard for the walls and the doors and the floor, I'll be just, no, absolutely not. And also, why is this message retracted? Okay, Carl, I don't know what your message was, but it's just being retracted. I don't know why. Okay. No one's ever came on the call, actually. So I guess you don't want to talk to me about stuff, but whatever. Yeah. Because YouTube makes it fucking hard to live stream these days, because they don't want you live streaming for some reason. Okay. Whatever. But yeah, obviously, it would be nice if they did try and do tie-in ones with the B&M sets or other stuff, especially with the animations. Like, I would personally love. Ooh, that was a bit of thunder there, I think. I personally love when they inevitably do Evil of the Daleks, which they will do. We all know they will do at some point, whether it be 2021 or 2022 or earlier, hopefully. But obviously I'd love an Emperor Dalek. And it'd be a good excuse also to re-release the Power of the Daleks Dalek, because I do really like the silver. Just the plain silver. I just really like that classic design, which we've only had really, one accurate representation, which is the Power Dalek, because the Chase Daleks from the Chase, obviously they didn't have the new egg cup dome lights at the time, but for some reason they used the Dead Planet eyes for, I don't know, whatever reason. So yeah, it would be nice to get a revised version of that. Something I've always said, actually they should re-release at B&M, is Dalek Collector Set 1. Yeah, because it's just a great set. It's probably, the best Dalek set that character's ever released. Because you're just getting something from, every year around that, and it's just so nice. And obviously a lot of people want like Supreme Dark from Planet of the Daleks, and rightfully so. It is a really nice Dalek, just because of how different it is. But I just like the colours and that of it. So yeah, other than that, because to be honest, characters aren't really the only thing really that re-releases in terms of actually being re-releases this year. Is the Seventh Doctor set, which is the Silver Nemesis set, and even then it's different from its original release. Now the Cybermen do look better. The Seventh Doctor, well, I've said my thoughts on that, on what the fuck were they thinking, but everything else, has had variants. I mean, the Sontarans have had, Links in Sky have had variations for the sake of having variations. So yeah. Just I'm gonna look at the comments. They should do an animated TARDIS. I don't know, because I don't know how they could really distinguish that. Because in the animation, the TARDIS is obviously just all smooth, and obviously they're not going to change the whole molds and that for that, because it wouldn't make logistic sense. So, I don't know. The Doctor, okay, Doctor Who should sell the TARDIS in 99p shops. Wow, I didn't know 99p shops still existed. As far as I'm aware, there's only two kinds left. There's Poundland, and then there's basically Pound World's replacement, which is called One and Below, which is basically Poundland, essentially. But they're the only two I'm aware of. Maybe you could mold yourself. Maybe you could mold yourself out of the house. Yeah, despite what you think, I do go out of the house every single day. If it's not, just walking the dog, simple things like that. But generally, I like to go out at a weekend. Last weekend, actually, I went to Whitley Bay because there were some rides out there, and the following day I was at Metro Centre at Gateshead because it was my sister's birthday, and on the bank holiday Monday, what did I do on that day? I can't remember now. I think I went to my granny's that day. Yeah. So yeah, despite this, I actually do go out the house. I don't just sit here full 100% of the time. I mean, at the minute, I don't particularly want to because it is so fucking hot. In the past few days, the temperature in my bedroom has reached, I think it's reached a peak of 38 degrees Celsius, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And that's with both the windows open and the fan on. If you can hear a noise in the background, that is my fan on. I'm not turning it off. It is too hot for that, even now. Well, basically, there are shops that exist outside of the UK. Yeah, I know there are shops that exist outside the UK. And speaking of actually exclusive stuff, I actually had to get a vinyl record imported from America, which I had to buy off eBay because it was exclusive to Target, which will not ship it to the UK, so I had to buy it off a guy off eBay. So yeah, and I'm fine with it because I'm an adult. If I want something, then yeah. If I don't live in that country, I'm gonna expect to pay more. That's just life. I whip my guinea pig every day. Wow, that's amazing, Jackie. Walk. Oh, walk. Right, okay. Wait, you walk your guinea pig? I mean, I had guinea pigs for nearly about 10 years. Because the last one died earlier this year. I think she was either 9 or 10, I can't remember. But we never took them for walks down the street and that. We let them sort of run around the living room and sometimes in the garden, but didn't really take them for walks. why do they actually have to put limited edition stickers on? Because I called my B&M and they said they were getting a lot of them. It's marketing, people. It's basically marketing. Basically, I've actually heard this. This is a rumour from Inside Knowledge where I've actually rang my B&Ms and talked about this with them. And basically they said last year's sets, which are still readily available in stores, they're reduced to £12, and it's obviously the revised versions, which I don't actually have the revised versions because couldn't be asked. I wasn't a fan of them. But basically they can't really shift last year's stock. In fact, they've even got some B&Ms still have the 9th Doctor set from 2017 still in. So basically, by putting a limited edition sticker on, they're hoping that they'll fly off the shelves a lot quicker and basically sell more of them and won't have them, lingering on their stocks for so long that they have to reduce them. That's essentially why. It's essentially to, entice people like, oh, it's limited, that gotta get them now before they sell out. Essentially, that is the reason why. And interestingly, the Big Finish sets, which were limited by a lot, they don't have a limited edition sticker on there, which I just find weird. In terms of that, obviously they're not as limited as you think. I mean, basically, if you go out and get them, then yeah, there you go. You will go out and get them. I mean, some people, they will not magically appear on your doorstep. You will have to, you have to put. That's the thing with some people. They don't understand what it's like being a collector and getting these things quickly, because a lot of people always say, "How the hell do you get them so quickly? Why? How are you able to get them?" And basically, I call B&M a shit ton of times. I think when I get the Suntaring sex, I might put a screenshot in of the amount of times I have called B&M over the past week, because it is a lot of times, and I think I might have used all my minutes up just calling B&Ms, asking for them and going round and hunting for them. So basically, yeah, if you don't put the effort in, then don't expect to get the same out of it. Basically, hunting for figures is basically like that. If it was online, that'd be different. You can just order it then and there. Next comment, sorry. My B&M actually is getting up. Yeah, so B&Ms are getting a lot of them in. I know my B&M initially got 50 of the TARDIS sets each, 50 each, and then literally 2 days later they got another 50 each of them, and then today they've got another 50 each of them. So because they kept selling out, apparently. It's weird. So don't panic on TARDIS sets. I think we'll be fine, because they're actually stocked the most out of all of them, even more than the 3-packs. So I think we'll be fine with TARDIS sets. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, Game Pig died. The weird thing is, the way I was told my Game Pig, the last Game Pig died, because technically it was my sister's Game Pig, because I remember we had 2. The first one died actually when I was in 6th form, and I was the sound designer, and I was about to do, the sound design for a live performance, which was part of my exam, and my mum rang me up 10 minutes before and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, the Game Pig died," which was Rosie. I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mum. You couldn't have waited until after I've done this exam." And then the second one died when, I don't know if you've seen my videos, but where I keep my vinyl records, the shelf, which I also keep my Doctor Who vinyl records on, that was actually originally the Game Pig shelf that the Game Pig cage or hutch or whatever you want to call it was sat on. Because I was saying, I'm going to go to IKEA and get myself some shelves. So I said, "Oh, you can have the Game Pig one." She said, and I said, "Well, what about the Game Pig?" She said, "Oh, well, since she's dead." So I was like, "No, other one's scared." It's like, you don't think of telling me, but whatever. But yeah, still got my dog Bobby. He's the best. He's the family favourite. Fuck the rest. Sometimes in this heat, I like to wallow outside in the mud to cool myself down. In it, fat gets out, core body temperature down a lot more. Effectively, the traditional methods that I use. Okay, Miss Gibbs. Good to know. Yeah. I actually find a nice cool bath is generally I like to, pretty much the best way for me to cool down, because it's water and it's cold. I used to do a paddling pool, but the problem with the paddling pool is it's fine for the first day, but by the second day it's fucking filthy, because leaves and all sorts have gotten into it. So yeah, don't do paddling pools anymore. B&M loves the Silver Nemesis X, because I've seen 3 shops where they've only had the Silver Nemesis X, apart from the first shop. Okay, yeah, it was weird with me because the first time I went to B&M to go get the sets was Saturday, and I knew they had both the TARDIS X thing. I was basically waiting until I knew that one of them was the TARDIS X thing, because I wanted the 5th Doctor and TARDIS the most out of all of them. And they said they did. And also they had the Silver Nemesis set, but just that, which is really weird. And then the following day, on the Sunday, they got the Dalek X in and the Sonic Screwdrivers. But nothing else, which is weird. And the next few... And they've had a delivery basically every day of Doctor Who sets, but it just seems to be the same ones. But according to them, they're getting the other 2 3-packs in tomorrow, so... Yeah, really weirdly coordinated. I would have thought either they would have sent them all at once, or if not, strategize it. I mean, you know, it makes sense to have all the TARDIS X delivered at the same time and all the Dalek X delivered at the same time, but not the 3-packs. Okay. Why? Don't know. I don't have a B&M near you. Right, that is a problem. I'm curious where you live. Actually, is it perhaps somewhere near London or somewhere near? Because to be honest, other than London, unless you live outside of the UK, then basically there are B&Ms fucking everywhere. Yeah. In that case, you know, if it is a bit of a drive, then try and reserve all the sets and that in advance, and then maybe try and pick them up, or get someone else to go get them for you if you want. I've actually done that before. Last year I got a third Doctor and TARDIS set for my friend Reese, and then I got one for Hannah, who you might know on YouTube as My Love for Doctor Who, and basically she was not going to pay me. She expected me to go get all the B&M sets from last year and just send them up to her for free. But I said no, and she was shocked by this. She thought I was going to pay, you know, for all the B&M sets from last year, and basically send them off to her in the post gigs for free. And when she eventually paid for the sets, she then also refused to pay for the post gigs. And I said, well, I'm not sending them until you pay a post gigs, because, you know, I'm doing you a favour. Because I've had to go out to B&M. It's not, you know, I've had to go out and that in the car, which costs petrol. So, yeah, and I'm not charging her for that, so at least you can pay the fucking post gigs. Eventually, she did, but only when I said I'd come out about it and basically say it. Well, I'm saying it now, so yeah. But anyway, no B&Ms in London. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, actually. That doesn't surprise me, because I have been to London a few times, and I can tell you there's no B&Ms, there's no pound shops anywhere, because essentially London does not want them there. Because, and this is a game you can play if you go to London. Go to London and try and spot a native British person who actually lives there. Go on, try it. Because basically, it's a tourist destination. There it's basically true what they say. There are no British people in London at all. It is literally just a tourist destination for people. Yeah. Which is why they don't have cheap shops, because they want you to spend more money. In fact, yeah. I remember whenever I've been in that, they charge for toilets as well, public toilets in there. So a tip I do is basically sneak into the pubs and just go to the toilet in there and just walk in like you fucking own the place. Yeah, anyway, that's enough of that. So, are the sonic screwdrivers any good? I mean, there's not a lot to say about them. They're pretty much the same as the original releases, almost. The only difference is that the ping apps are better on the new versions. Basically, on the War Doctor Sonic, it's got a more shinier finish on it, which is what the fourth Doctor Sonic screwdriver from Wave 4 had. So it does have a shinier finish, and also the end cap, the red bit, is a darker and more metallic red. And my review of those Sonics has actually gone out now, so you can actually go and watch that video to go see my full thoughts. And the 10th Doctor Sonic has got the darker wash that it had with the Sonic Pen set from back in 2008, so it brings out the crackling a bit better. So yeah, that's about that. I've forgotten what I was saying. I don't know. Shit happens. But yeah, Beardam Sex for next year. I don't know really, because I'm trying to think of figures that will be released. Magnus Grill. I would like to see that re-released. It would have. I'm trying to think. There's actually a Pertwee variant that they haven't done, which is his costume from Demons, and also other costumes, because people think his orange smoking jacket and the jacket he wears in the Demons, which is a more red sort of velvety one, are the same, and actually they're not the different jackets, so they could do a release on that. Obviously they've exhausted their 5th Doctor variants. 6th Doctor variants, well, they've got 2 more that they can do, essentially, which are both from Trial of a Time Lord. 7th Doctor, well, they've released a new variant this year, so yeah, that's something, which is trying to masquerade as the TV movie one. Don't know. Actually, something I would like to see released, and this could be a nice big finish set. How about the Derek Jacobi Master in one of his Master costumes? Because actually that would be pretty simple to release, because for most of the big finish ones that he's done for the War Master, most of the time he is wearing just a grey suit. So I'm sure they'll be able to do something about that. That would be nice to have a Derek Jacobi Master. Obviously, in the War Master box set, he has a beard, so they'd have to slightly alter the head sculpt for that, but yeah, won't go miss on that, because Derek Jacobi is fantastic as the Master. And actually, it would be nice to have an Alex McQueen Master as well, and then we could have a complete Masters range. That'd be nice. Can't believe John Pitt was going to be 100 next year. Yeah, it's even more amazing considering he's dead. Boom. Yeah. Wow, weirdly it's gotten brighter outside. That's amazing. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things to say, but I can't really. Again, if anyone, I'll paste the link in once more. But if anyone wants to have a chat with me either on the stream or after the stream on video call. You don't have to show your face, obviously. You can turn the camera off, but it would be nice to have a call where I can talk to people, properly. And say whatever you like, because I literally could not give a shit. I don't censor, which really fucking annoys YouTube. Also, guys in charge character, next year, if you're gonna do a reveal of the figures, I will fucking come down and film it and direct it for you. I will come down free. I will do it free of charge. Come down free of charge. I will film it and direct it for you. Because seriously, that video quality, what the hell happened? And the audio quality, what the hell happened there? So I will come down. I will bring my own equipment. If he's watching, or if anyone has contact with him, I will come down there free of charge and film it and do it. So, yeah. I'll bring my own equipment and I'll get nice shots of the figures and maybe knocks off your sweat patches on your t-shirt. So that's just something. I can bring my own camera and the shotgun mic, and we're good to go. Yeah. Actually, I can't think what was I going to say. What was I going to say? Don't know. Oh yes. Also, in the future, I hope character aren't as stingy with the accessories. Because I know the prices have gone up and that, so if the prices are going to go up, then I'm expecting them to come with, their proper accessories. And for the most part, they have, apart from the 7th Doctor. And it would be nice to see a sonic screwdriver included with the 4th Doctor. That'd be nice. I know that they wouldn't have the money to do a Dark Eyes 8 Sonic, but you could do the satchel, because that actually exists, Could have done the satchel. I was half expecting it to be released with the Big Finish versions, because when they said slight variants, honestly, when I thought slight, I really didn't think it meant as slight as it fucking was. Because in the end, I actually don't know whether I would have bought them if I'd have known how slight the variants would have been. I don't regret buying them, but I think because at the time when they were put up for pre-order on Big Finish's website at random o'clock, didn't know what the variants were going to be. Just did not have a clue. That's another thing, actually. Can character and Big Finish actually get, actual release dates for when, stuff is going to be released? I mean, Big Finish are normally pretty good at it. For example, when they release their vinyl records at Sainsbury's or wherever, they're pretty good at it. I really wish they'd keep it just to HMV exclusives. Because, for one, when they do an HMV exclusive, it's every HMV. It doesn't matter if it's, a 2-floor one, a single-floor one, it doesn't matter. Every HMV gets it. And more importantly, they get it in on their website, which makes life so much easier. Because I've actually pre-ordered mine, which should be released within the next couple of weeks, I think. Yeah, seen a video about that, and I was about to order it, and then it sold out. Yeah, that video was only live for a few minutes before they sold out, so I had to quickly rename the title because sold out. I was actually on a video call talking to one of my friends, Reese, about it, and he was literally about to order it, and it sold out by that point, because they sold out in literally less than half an hour, and I'm not joking. And actually my brother wasn't able to get them either, but he probably wouldn't have either, because he was on a plane at the time, so I doubt he'd be able to, but I would have ordered them for him if he wanted to, if he gave us his Big Finish account deals, because he actually created a Big Finish account in order to get them, but once they actually came and he saw them, and he saw that there was basically 4 differences total between all the 3-packs, the Big Finish 3-packs, and the B&M ones. You know, and they're really minor. Some of them don't make sense. The only one really that makes sense is the 8th Doctor. Because in some publicity images, he does have black shoes. But most of the time, he has brown shoes, and I prefer the B&M versions anyway. So, yeah. To be able to say about that, I do prefer the B&M versions. Oh, it's gotten so much lighter today. Right now. It was getting quite dark before. I had to switch on the light. Now it's gotten a lot brighter. Maybe we're out of the worst of it, people. Maybe we're out of the worst of it. Don't know. Yeah, is anything... I'm just going to open this right now. If you'd like to say something or ask me absolutely anything, it doesn't have to be Doctor Who related. It could be, I don't know, what porn do you wank to? Because some people have literally asked me that in the past, and I will give an honest answer to whatever you ask, because I have no shame whatsoever. Oh, God. Yeah, I literally have no shame whatsoever, so if anyone wants to ask me anything, then feel free to do so. I'll give you a minute. Do that, because I know that things don't line up. Because YouTube has made it 10 times more fucking difficult to live stream. Yeah, because I used to do live streams using Hangouts, but you can't do that anymore. And I did work out a way around it, because I'm actually using OBS, which was having problems initially. So yeah, YouTube are determined to make live streaming as difficult as possible. What was your favourite gummy sweets or retro sweets? Don't know. I mean, I love Haribo's. I was like, obviously Jelly Babies, but yeah, I think Tiny Fantastic Haribo's are really nice. I like them. I don't buy sweets that often, actually. I know some of you are shocked in horror. How the fuck can he be that fat without eating that many sweets? But yeah, I don't eat a lot of sweets. I eat a lot of everything else. I eat a lot of pizza. But yeah, I basically, to be honest, I like Haribo's, but I don't know. I can't really think of others. I do get Poundland's Pick a Mix about once a month or something. Every now and again I get a Poundland Pick a Mix for either if I'm going on a road trip somewhere to like Blackpool, Liverpool or something, or if I'm going to the cinema or something, because buying food from the cinema is bloody expensive. Although I do get the only thing I still get from the cinema actually is nachos. Because you can't get cinema nachos anywhere else. You can in America. You can actually get the proper nacho sauce. And I tried to replicate this because Bisto actually have a cheese powder, which is alright. It's meant for cauliflower cheese, but I did have it with some Doritos and it's alright. Do you plan to return the B&M lorry you stole to get the B&M sets? Okay, one, I'd be very impressed if I was able to steal a B&M lorry. Because I don't have I don't drive. I don't have a driving license, so I'd be very impressed if I were able to do that. Two, I think someone would have noticed by now. I mean, to be honest, the B&Ms I've got this year's sets from is actually a new B&M that only opened about a month or two ago. That used to be a home base, which is very, very close to me. Yeah, it's either a 5-minute drive or a couple of stops on the metro. So, yeah. But I didn't steal a B&M lorry. Despite what people may think, B&M does not just load stuff at my front door. Saying that though, the staff do know me in B&M, because when I ring up, actually, I wish I'd recorded this call. That happened not today but yesterday. The way I was, obviously I rang B&M to ask them if I've got this set in, and he says, "Hello, B&M so and so." I went, "Hi, do you have?" And then suddenly Cotton just rang, "Oh, hello, Mr. Cheshire. Hello, Mr. Cheshire. No, we do not have the sets in yet, but if you call again at this time, we should have a delivery by then." I really wish I'd recorded that, because it was just... I kind of felt a bit honoured. I felt honoured by B&M. The fact that B&M knew who I was. And this was the new B&M, not even the one I normally go to. Though the new one is now the one I normally go to. So yeah. What are your thoughts on Spider-Man not being part of the MCU? Well, Sony, I don't think are the best people to handle Spider-Man, for obvious reasons. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse was great. So great, I have both versions of the Steelbook. But I will say to Sony that they've got some balls. Well done for them not basically taking the shit from Disney, essentially, because, you know, that was pretty cocky for what they did, essentially. Obviously, you know, everything's currently in flux and nothing's fully finalised yet, so by this time next week maybe everything might be undone or things might be finalised, don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of sick of superhero films, Marvel ones particularly, because they are very fucking similar. I mean, and also, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of what they're going to be doing, because to be honest, Endgame was kind of like, you know, an end of an era for me. Though I do love DC's direct-to-video films. Batman Hush, I actually watched on my way back from Liverpool when it came out, and it was fantastic. So if you haven't seen Batman Hush, then go watch that, because I told you so. So yeah, let's me done talking about that. Actually, something I just said that should be re-released. Could we get a re-release of The Cult of Skaro? You can even if they ditched the Genesis arc because it doesn't fit the newer sculpt properly. I would love that, because then we'd finally get a Dalek Sec, you know, excuse me, in the revised sculpt, which we haven't had in the UK. And I really don't want to have to pay the import taxes, because it's just can't be arsed, really. I've spent enough money this month, and I'm not even finished. I'd love a Cult of Skaro set, because then obviously you're getting the Dalek Sec, and then the rest of the Cult of Skaro, which you could just get away with just being standard bronze Daleks. That'd be nice. Something I'd love them to do is if they ever did a mutant scoop Dalek. I would love to see, yeah, because they've got the sculpt, they can just scale it up. And people say they can't. It's basically character have the actual design and that digitally on the computer, so they can literally just scale it to whatever size they want. But yeah, that'd be nice. I would like the Stolen Earth set, actually. That would be a nice re-release, because then you get the Supreme Dalek, you get Davros, and you get a Crucial Dalek. Yes, you get another bloody 10th Doctor, but to be honest, they could actually make it better by giving it the End of Time head sculpt clean without the fucking glasses. Seriously, how have we still not had this? Why have we not had, you know, a standard Tenant with that head clean without the glasses? I literally don't know why we haven't had that. It really just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. I was thinking of something else they could release, and I literally have forgotten. Oh yes, this would be a wild card. How about a re-release of the Mutant Reveal Dalek in the new sculpt? I mean, it's technically possible. They could do it. They'd have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery, slight tweaks. But they could. Because to be honest, I think that's one of my favourite Dalek toys. Even though it's woefully inaccurate, it is the one I grew up with the most. Yeah. Is it a bit weird, but what is your name? Sort of sounds super weird. My name? Do you mean my actual name or my channel name? Because the reason my channel is called Sick Sec is basically I originally was going to call the channel Dalek Sec way back in 2011 when I started the channel. That channel name was apparently taken, so I shortened it to Sec. That was taken, so I spelt it Sec with a K, just to say if that was taken, and it wouldn't let me have that because it was too similar. So I just picked a number, and number 6 is my favourite number. So I just put a 6 in front of it, and that's how it became Sick Sec. My actual name is Ryan James Cheshire. That is my full name. Right, my first name is, I think it's either Scottish or Irish descent, and the name Ryan means little king. So, obviously, my parents were thinking ahead, and rightfully so. So, yeah. My middle name is James because I think it was named after one of my great uncles who I never met. And Cheshire because, well, that's my family surname. So, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Cool name. Yeah, it's my name. It's my name. I don't know. Most people generally just call me Ryan because it makes sense. Although some people have been calling me other things recently, which they are welcome to because I really do not care. Okay, yeah, I'm talking about a fat bastard. Yeah, I haven't heard that before. It's not like I've been called that, my entire life. So if you're gonna insult me, do it properly, put the effort in, people. Come on. I mean, literally, I was tempted to do a video where I just critique myself. But then that would be effort, and I'm not really a big fan of effort, so, yeah. Your name is Azan. So that was your real name. Okay. Amazing. Yeah. Other stuff. Actually, it just reminds me, we're not even done with Doctor Who stuff coming out this year. We've got, obviously, the Big Finish exclusive vinyl, which is Death and the Queen, which is an alright story. And, obviously, we've got Season 23, which I'm really looking forward to the special features, because we're going to get 2 discs of special features, so there's going to be a lot in there. Hopefully, they might do an audio adaptation of the Eric Saward script if he has released it, because obviously finally he's done a novelisation of Resurrection and Revelation of the Daleks, so maybe we might get his version of part 14 of Trial of a Time Lord. If not, well, okay. In terms of seasons I would like to see next after that, don't know. I would like, actually it would be nice if we had season 11, because obviously that's John Pertwee's final season, which is great, and it would also nicely fit in between season 10 and season 12, so it'd be nice to have season 11 in there. Other than that, because we got season 18 and season 19 back to back, which was really odd. And also, actually, last week I actually finally started ripping the Blu-ray box sets to MP4s. So yeah, I finally did that. I've started about halfway through-ish. I've done all of season 12, although I need to convert discs 4 through 6 to MP4s, because otherwise they will take up all the space on my hard drive. and I still need to. For some reason I skipped out disc 4 of season 10. I forgot to do that one for some reason, so I need to do that. And then obviously I need to rip seasons 18 and 19. So I'll have digital copies, so I'll be able to play them basically anywhere. Yeah. Also, actually, notice I didn't know this until I actually watched it, but I was watching the original documentary for the Sontaran Experiment, where they talk about all the Sontaran stories. They go through all of them. They removed basically any references to Jimmy Savile in it. I noticed they basically cut out any bits that had Jimmy Savile. They still talk about a fix with the Sontarans, but they cut out any mentions of Jimmy Savile in there. Yeah. I've still got the original though. But I'm not going to watch. And I've still got the original version of A Fix with the Sontarans, because I don't know why the BBC are desperate to try and wipe this, because it was on sale for years and years and years, and it's really easy to find. So it's not like you can make it vanish, but I mean, A Fix with the Sontarans is crap anyway. Not because Jimmy Savile's in it. That does make it crap though, but because it... I've forgotten his name. That kid in it. Because it's essentially just for him. Essentially, it's just a mini Doctor Who episode, for him to save the day and shit. So it's not really that interesting. Tegan's in it though. Do you play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? No. No, I'm not really a gamer at all. Although, saying that, a game I am looking forward to the most, that's coming out December 31st, unless it gets delayed, but hopefully it should come out December 31st of this year, is SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I'll be getting that for the PS4. Because, I mean, I've still got the original, and I've still played the original, and I absolutely love Battle for Bikini Bottom, and to get a remaster of that, basically, to be honest, it's the kind of game that I love, which is the cartoony 3D platformer with a story to it, which is something I love, which is, something that is kind of missing from today. And it's also got stealth in it as well. I prefer stealth games as well. Something I'm hoping that might get a remaster or a remake or a new game in the series is the Sly Cooper games, because again, I love them, which might be the case because supposedly in October there's going to be a TV show of it, supposedly, which I might review actually on my 6 Sec Reviews Other Stuff YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, actually I have 5 YouTube channels. One of them is essentially dead, which is the technology channel. Main reason is because reviewing tech products gets expensive very quickly, and to be honest, it's not that interesting. But I also have 6 Sec Reviews Other Stuff channel, which is basically where I review TV shows and movies and other things. Essentially, I've got 6 Sec Productions, which is where, if you're brave enough, you can watch some of the short films I have made. And then the other one, which is called the Donfrey Doncaster podcast, which is an original audio series which can get very dark and depressing, especially when I do Christmas specials for it, which I make extra dark and depressing because, as we all know, Christmas is a time to, watch and listen to depressing shit, because it's the reason why BoJack Horseman is probably my favourite animated TV show, because a lot of people say, oh, it's depressing and that. It's just like, good, I like depressing stuff. It's just like, why? Because you like to be depressed? Like, no, because it agrees with me. It's basically shows like BoJack Horseman are basically going, yes, Ryan, the world is shit, everything is shitty, everything's going to shit. We agree with you on that. So that makes me happy. Yeah. kind of went off on a bit on that. Wow, I've been screaming for an hour 20. Got that bang on the dot. As I was saying that, I think. Do you have Discord? Yes, I do have Discord. Again, I barely use it. I only really have it is because basically one of my friends doesn't have only uses Discord, so that I only really have it for this reason. But yeah, yeah, I can. So yours is. Alright. 6-4. I've forgotten how you use Discord actually. Ah, here we go. 6-4. Put that in there. Field. Oh shit, that's Tiger Man. Yeah, my Discord is 4. No, 1, 4. 1, 3. That's my Discord for anyone. If you care. I don't know. I can't remember how you use Discord because I only use literally in all the time I've used it. I've only used it to really chat to a couple of people, my friends who only use Discord. Yeah. And try. Okay. Anyone else got any questions? I don't know. I feel I might as well answer them while I'm on the stream. Just because people. Just because I haven't done a live stream in a while. But, yeah. Just because people. Okay, so it is one now. Then people view the site. Okay. Right. Don't know what I was going to say. I literally don't know. So yeah, I'll be basically what I'll do now is I'll give it another minute, and if no one's asked another question, then basically what I'll do is I'll end the stream and I'll go over to the chat, and you can have a chat with me there on Google Hangouts if you want after the live stream finishes. So yeah, you've got, let's see, I'll give you to 1:25, 1 hour 25 to send in a question or whatever, and I think we'll call it quits there. Yeah, it's not exactly the way I planned it, because I did plan to have people on here, but those people, yes, Reese, you, would not come on for some reason. Yours is doing that. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, Discord is being a bit of a bastard. Anyway, I've got you on house. As on I think, is this you? Ari and that. Yeah, so we're on the hangout thing. I just realised I had that call going the whole time. There we go. Okay, so I'll give you another 30 seconds for that, and yeah, that should be pretty much the end of this stream. I've bleh. Yeah, so if you want to know my thoughts on the other B&M sets, basically the Dalek sets reviews, they'll be coming out from tomorrow onwards, and hopefully I'll have gotten the other 2 3-packs, which if I do, then they'll come out, those reviews will probably come out at the weekend if I have them in time. Should they release Hartnell variant? Should they release a Hartnell variant just a skeleton? They kind of, well, they did the skull, and if you play it with the walking stick, so yeah. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, and actually, just before I mention, Dalek Fangs I'd love to see is the Dalek Time Strategist, and they could release that with an 8th Doctor from Night of the Doctor. Yeah, just saying, could do that. Dalek Time Strategist, love to see that. They could release it with a War Doctor as well, but I think, yeah, whatever, because that would be a nice easy variant for them to do, because it would, well, scuff. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop streaming now because, my god, I've been sitting here for too long, and yeah. So yeah, as the last time, I'm going to put this in one more time. Oh, it's that link. I will start a video chat where you can chat to me about fucking anything, you know. It'll be a private thing on the group, so basically, and again, you don't have to show your face or whatever, or you can just, you know, message me that way. So yeah, that's it for the stream. I hope you enjoy.